Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Moore will throw. Makes the grab. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Off the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup. But the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Hard-hitting tackle.
And I love this because because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. The quick out. Powers through. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dillon Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes were at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
Moore to the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the ground with the back. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Knight. that's caught. It's Singleton.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're going back to the ground. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could...
It's a live ball. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He's got it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Looking for room. It's huge. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there was just too many defenders. Running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
Wide out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Knight. He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Unleashes one deep. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna let it fly. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Got the first down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Knight. The throw. Got a man. It's Singleton. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
That's caught. It's Whittington. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They want to run this quarterback. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks.
Oh, out of space. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physical.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Working that wide receiver screen. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
The Ducks will punt this one away. The ball pops out on the return. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Starts to scramble to the left. And some room to work. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hughes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Job.
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Ducks will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Knight. Grab near the sticks, it's Thompson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, when you're running a drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Howard. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Handoff to the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.